a man comes busting out with a knife, chasing you down. What would you do if you were in his situation? What would you do? What's up, y'all? It's your boy Pascal back at it again with another pop-up video early this morning. All right, just to give you guys the most breaking news going on in the world right now. Follow me on Instagram, The Pascal Show, one word. Hit that like button and most definitely crush that subscribe button if this is your first time checking out this channel right. Yeah. Anyway, we got to jump into this story because this one is breaking news overnight. This happened yesterday. There are protesters in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and they're protesting in regards to the fatal shooting of a man named Richard Munoz, 27-year-old man, was shot and killed for brandishing a knife. Yesterday, September 13th, around 4:13 p.m., there was a 911 distress call in regards to a domestic dispute that was going on. And so the caller had said that her brother was reportedly becoming very aggressive and trying to really aggressive with his mother and was trying to break into her house. So the cops show up, or an officer shows up to the house. Suddenly the man, Richard, comes busting out the front door, running after the cop. Okay, the cop turns around, starts running away from the man. He turns around to see that the man is charging after him with a knife, running at him like this, with a knife in his hand. The cop turns around and shoots him, killing him. There's a lot of protests that are going on out there in Lancaster right now as we speak. It is getting really bad. It's getting really aggressive. Understandably, there are people that are mad, understandably. But here it is. You got to love this show and this channel because here it is. I look at the facts. I look at the situations that are going on. I don't lean all the way on one side or the other. I sit here and I look at both situations and I come up with my own conclusion. And not every single time that I talk about an officer-involved shooting do I always side with the victim, because it always depends on the circumstance. Each circumstance is completely different than the other. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so let's talk about this, okay? Now, you got an officer, and this is pretty straightforward. You got an officer that's walking up to a door. They know that there is an aggressive person inside the house that may have broken into the house, may have, I don't know, aggressively got himself into the house. They know that there's an aggressive human being in there. All right. Now, there is body cam footage out there, so you can actually go and check it out yourself. I'll put the link down below. You got this guy, this officer, walking up to the door. Then all of a sudden, a man comes busting out with a knife, chasing you down. What would you do if you were in his situation? What would you do? Would you stand your ground and let yourself get stabbed? Or would you run? Would you turn around and maybe shoot? Or would you just stand there and let him attack you? Inquiring minds would like to know. Most definitely comment down below on that. But here it is. Let me just break it down to you real quick. There's a young man that is agitated, very, very angry, putting physical harm on his own family, apparently, making their family feel uneasy to the point where, from my understanding, it seems like it's the sister that made the 911 call. So you're a cop, you walk up to the place, the guy busts through the front door running after you with a knife. What do you do? Now, here's the thing. I don't know about you, but I would be using some sort of force. If you got a man charging after you with a deadly weapon, most definitely I am either tasing the hell out of you or I'm pulling the trigger. No offense to any person, doesn't matter the race right now. I'm just talking about facts here. Now, in this particular situation, I look at the other side. Now, if I was the man running after him with a knife, right? Obviously, I have the intent of causing this man harm. And I'm looking out on the other side, looking at the cop, and I'm going, wait a second. Why couldn't the cop pull out his taser? Why did he shoot him? Why would he just take that split-second decision, pull out his gun, and shoot him? Now, the thing is both situations are not great. Of course, it's another man who's dead, and that doesn't need to happen. There shouldn't be another man dead here at all. But I can understand, or I can see why, if you have deadly force being put on you, you have to use deadly force back. I'll say this. The man obviously was very upset. The man was very angry. He was agitated. He was coming after the officer with a knife. But I'm going to keep it real with y'all. If I were that dude, if I were that officer, I would have shot him. I know that they teach them to shoot at the center mass of the body. They don't sit there and say, oh, just shoot at his arm or shoot at his leg. But at the same time, I wish it wasn't as deadly. I wish it wasn't a situation where another man is dead. If you see somebody running after you with a knife, you are a cop. You're running away from the man because you feel threatened. You're going to turn around and you're going to use deadly force. You know, it really sucks that the man is dead. Like I said before, we don't need another man dead. But at the same time, I don't think that this officer did anything wrong. Yes, and I'll say this. There are other videos where I talk about officers that have done really, really terrible things, that have used excessive force, have abused their power. Just like the video I just talked about with Roderick Walker and a bunch of other videos I talked about. But I'm looking at the situation, and I'm looking at what I would do personally, how I would react to a man busting out a door with a deadly weapon, with a knife, chasing me down. And I'm going to tell you this. I would have pulled that trigger. Now, there are protests that are going on in Lancaster right now as we speak. And the thing is that I understand that people are just upset that there's another man dead. And there shouldn't be any death going on right now. But at the same time, I wish that this Richard Muniz would have chosen a different route in his life rather than running after a cop with a knife. It's a damn shame. Anyway, that's the video. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Do you think that the cop was in the right? Do you think the cop made the right choices right there? Or do you think that he did exactly what he needed to do? Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Definitely hit that like button down below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. That would really mean a lot. Anyway, got to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, and I go live at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. So hop on to the chat if you'd like. Anyway, this is the Pascal Show. Bye.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.